Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Deja Vu, and I am bringing you set 2 from STX Seoul versus Air Force Ace. This is going to be between Cal and Casey, and right now Air Force Ace has a 1-0 lead with Go Rush taking down Calm on Heartbreak Ridge. This is going to be very interesting because this map is Shades of Twilight, which hasn't really been played yet. Negligible map statistics in any way, shape, or form. It is. It does look a little bit. Looking at the map right now, it does look a little bit like Byzantium, in that after your main, which is at a low point, and then you go to your expansion, which is up on a cliff, and then when you come out, you have two ways to come out. There's a big wide ramp that goes out into the middle of the map, and then there's a narrow little tiny ramp that goes to another gas expansion. But a lot of the area there is unbuildable, so I'm interested to see how Terrans in particular decide to expand here. We are going to have start positions. At the 12 o'clock position, it's going to be Cal. And then at the 7 o'clock position or so, that is going to be Casey. Casey is in blue, Cal is in teal, and we'll see if they change the color. Sometimes they do with those color schemes are close like this, but it doesn't look like they are. We'll see what happens here. It is a pretty big map, so it's possible that some early scouting will be necessary in order to do any sort of a rush, in order to get any sort of a good scout here. I'm going to expect to see Cal probably scout after Pylon, actually, because there are 4 starting locations. And I'm really interested to see the expansion strategies of these players, especially between the races, because Cal will have the option as Protoss. He will be able to get that first expansion. Both players will be able to get that first expansion pretty easily. But after that, you really have to make a decision either where to expand. You can expand out to like this for Cal being in the top right position. There's a base at the 12 o'clock position that he could get to, which has unbuildable terrain, and a base at the 9 or the 3 o'clock position that has unbuildable terrain. Then in between those, there's a wide ramp that he can also take an expansion, but that one's going to be less defendable. So I'm going to expect that Protosses will either go for the 12 o'clock or the cardinal positions. At each of the cardinal locations, 12, 3, 6, and 9, there are gas expansions. So I'm going to expect Protoss players to go for those. And I'm interested to see how Terrans decide to play this, because if they do go for those cardinal direction spots, they can't really build any sort of walls. There's very little room in order to build a wall off there and to protect your tanks and things from attacks. And we're gonna see from Casey, he's gonna be trying to wall off and get his expansion as part of his walling off here. He's got a supply depot already up and a barracks going up. And then I don't know what actually is going to have to go into that spot there in the middle. Maybe another engineering bay, possibly, or I don't know if it's going to, if one supply depot there will be enough. But we will see. Actually, yes, it does look like a supply depot will be enough. And I'm going to expect that that's going to be a full block for Casey. Otherwise, I don't know why he would really do this. And for Cal, we're seeing the standard 8 pylon, 10 gate, 11 assimilator. I'm not really sure what's going on behind his mineral line, what he's thrown up there. I hope they click on it. I think I missed it. I'm not really sure what that is. Sorry about that. And the players are scouting, and Cal checked the top left. Now he's going down to the bottom left. And Casey just started scouting. He's going to the top left first, so he's going to scout Cal second as well. And that was a cybernetics core that went down for Cal behind his mineral line. So he's going to be doing this one base tech build. This probably will not, it might be a 2-gate obs expand or something like that, or this could be go into anything really here. We'll see what he decides to do. And Cal has located Casey, but he's not going to be able to get any sort of a scout in. However, because of the location of that wall, and he's going to be able to assume that this is going to be a relatively fast expand, and we'll see how soon he does. I did see the factory going down there for Casey, so this could be a 1 factory siege expand or something along those lines. But I do expect to see a command center going down pretty quickly for Casey. And the SCV finally into Cal's base is going to see that cybernetics core, and that cybernetics core is spinning for Dragoon range. And we'll see if Cal decides to keep that Dragoon range, or if he ends up canceling it once he destroys this SCV. That SCV is almost, I think it requires 2 more hits from that Dragoon in order to kill it. And that SCV is just going to be chased off. That SCV is going to run away to live to mine another day, I guess. And a robotics facility going up now for Cal, and he did cancel the Dragoon range, so this is going to be a tech build. We'll see what he decides, whether how intense of a tech build he goes here. I'm going to expect to see some Reavers coming out pretty early here, and the SCV trying to go back in and get another scout off, but it's going to be cut off by the second Dragoon, and the Dragoon stops it. So Casey does not know what's going on here, and actually Cal is setting up for an expansion for himself here. And command center going up now for Casey inside of his main. He'll float that up and over. And Cal just trying to harass this this wall in here with the Zealot and now a Dragoon. The Dragoon might actually be able to reach the Marine. Yeah, the Dragoon can reach the Marine, so Casey's going to have to micro a little bit here. And now we're going to see how well Casey's micro is here for a little bit. And he might actually lose one of these SCVs if he isn't careful here. He's got to be careful. And the SCV is being forced to back away. And this Dragoon is going to be able to take down this Marine if it doesn't get help. But now the tank comes in, and that tank's going to usher everything away. Cal is throwing up in his expansion here. Cal's actually throwing up his expansion before even getting a robotics facility or anything. Another pylon going down. But yeah, no tech here at all. No observatory, no support bay, no nothing really for Cal. Just going straight into robotics facility, into Nexus, which we don't see a lot. And there's the support bay for Cal. So this is going to be for some Reaver play. Shuttle is probably already building, and it's going to be ready to pop and then start building the Reaver as soon as the support bay is completed. So this is going to be a siege expand from Casey. He has a second siege tank out already. First siege tank is already at the front and sieged up. He is throwing down a second factory and now an SCV going out to build something, and it's building an engineering bay, getting it some turrets up just in case there were some DTs, and turrets will also help against these shuttles. It will limit the maneuverability of the shuttles as they're trying to micro around with the Reavers. The base for Cal is up now, and he's going to start getting some mining from him about the same time as Casey, actually. So right now, 2 base versus 2 base, you got to give the advantage to Terran in the way that the economies work. That is an advantage for Casey at this point. And he's sending out another SCV and a Marine. I wonder if this is for scouting or if he's going to actually try and do something crazy here, maybe do a double expand or something. I don't expect that, but we will see what happens. Second gateway going up now for Cal. Shuttle has been produced, and I'm going to expect the Reaver just popped right there. And he's probably going to pick up the Reaver and wait for a Zealot or two and then move out. Yeah, there's one Zealot, and there's the second Zealot. So now we're going to start to see some Reaver play here. We'll see how he does here. Whether he decides to go through the top of the map or from the bottom. If he goes through the bottom way, he might be able to slip by that SCV without it noticing. But there is a Marine there, and that Marine might actually catch the shuttle. That Marine is... I think the Marine saw the shuttle. I think that Marine was close enough to see the shuttle. I think so. And... Casey's second scouting SCV getting taken out by 3 Dragoons, and that shuttle is coming in. I gotta think that Casey saw that. Did he not? He doesn't seem to be reacting at all, so maybe he didn't actually see that. But I thought that would be in the range of the Marine. And here comes the shuttle. We'll get to see how this goes. And there goes the first Zealot, and a Reaver Scarab going off and hitting the siege tank. And he needs to get one more, and there goes the siege tank as well as a couple SCVs. That was a big explosion. Another Reaver Scarab going off on another siege tank here. Another Scarab gets a second siege tank. 2 siege tanks are down as well as several SCVs. But now that shuttle, all it's got in it is a Reaver, so he's got no more cannon fodder. He's going to need some more cannon fodder before he can use that Reaver some more. So